Ryan here with, I teach businesses how to leverage live stream to get more customers, business brands, and business owners. And what we're going to be doing today is very groundbreaking. We've got Jason Bates here in the house. We've got some other people that are property owners, property managers. We've got some podcasters that are investors in real estate here. We've got Carl here. This was definitely a first for me. Yeah, it was. Oh, the one that you did yesterday. So what's really cool is we're going to be talking about how realtors use or can use and are starting to use live streaming, and particularly Blab, to sell properties. And so I'm gonna by the way, Corey, before I get anybody else in here, we're gonna have Corey Parippi, who is with Just Property Management, who, by the way, I have to say, is one of the first guys out there that really started using live streaming to really promote his properties. He's done a great job. You've probably done how many scopes do you think now?
Good 12, 15, maybe more, 20-ish.
Okay. And he's, you're getting between 20 and 100 people to show up live, I'd say, probably everyone.
Yeah.
And we've got some other people that are just joining here. So we got Deanna in, Katie Smith. Okay, so we've got Carl. I see that you're a blogger, podcaster. We're also looking for Greg Watson, because Greg is going to be talking. He's also a property manager. He's one of the largest property managers in New Zealand. And Corey is in Australia. Corey's in Bunbury. And let's see, we got to get Deanna in here, or Dina. Hopefully, now, Greg, you have your fisheye with you, right? I mean, Corey, you have your fisheye with you?
It's at the office, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not at a property. It's still pretty early here. It's about 4:30 in the morning.
Oh,
so,
no way.
Yeah,
right.
It's pretty early. So it'd be pretty dark out at our properties.
It's okay. All right. So we got Steven in the house. What's going on, guys? So Dina, we're having a tough time getting you in the Blab here. Carl, I'm going to let you take that other seat.
Hey, everybody. Glad to meet you.
Hey,
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for letting me in. How are you today?
Doing really, really good. I'm hopefully you listened to my intro there. I just introduced.
I did.
Okay. So then you got the lowdown on Corey here.
Yes. Hi, Corey. How are you?
Good, mate.
So the red pill and
the redpillinvestor.com. Yeah, that's my podcast. I was intrigued because you had said how to sell your real estate listing on autopilot using live stream. And I find it a great topic because at the redpillinvestor.com, I teach realtors how to invest in real estate. And I did a Periscope deal live. I actually did what you're talking about. I took the camera live with me, and I had the people on Periscope. I had it looped around my neck so people could actually see what the seller is saying. And that's what I do with all my appointments now, is just like Corey's talking about. I take my camera live with me. So this live streaming is an amazing tool for realtors everywhere, I think.
No doubt. It definitely is. And what we're talking about is, the obvious applications are, showing the property. We can show multiple properties with this tool. And Dina, I'm just going to let you jump in that seat here in there, because it looked like Greg Watson just jumped in. So Greg's here. So that's great. Greg, jump in the available seat. What we're going to be doing today is what I have not seen yet. Okay. I have not seen a realtor or a property manager go or a property management company show multiple properties at the same time using Blab. Okay. That's going to be pretty groundbreaking, because what we're doing is we want to make sure that people understand. And I've got a course, livestreamblueprint.com, where I'm teaching people how to use live stream, both businesses, brands, and business owners, how to use live stream to
to basically get more customers. Now, it's the same thing with realtors. I mean, this is an obvious, low-hanging fruit opportunity here for realtors because, I mean, look, you've got four stinking boxes here in Blab. I mean, it's not like Periscope or Meerkat or, My Eye or, Talk Live or any of them, the other platforms where you don't have the same, or the H word, Google Hangouts. I mean, goodness. I mean, try doing something like this on a Google Hangout. If you really want to, damage some brain cells, then you can, try doing that. But basically, the great thing about this system is obviously that it's easy, and this platform is awesome, and anybody can start a Blab right from their smartphone. And I'm just going to let Greg in here. Hopefully, Greg's got a good. So we are on the record, by the way. And if you guys want to just go ahead, there's Greg.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, everybody.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Greg, do you have earbuds? Do you have earbuds?
Not with me, I'm afraid. Is that causing a problem?
No, but I think it would be good, especially in Blab, to have earbuds. This is different. We got to get used to this, and I apologize for not prepping you for that. But it's going to be a little bit easier for you to hear us, because that's the beauty of Blab as well, is that you're able to interact. And because the goal being that we're going to have somebody show a property in this box, another person from your property show a property in that box, and another one show a property in that box, and then have the fourth box be the hot seat for people, because you've sent out the link to this to your list, right? Right, Greg?
Now, Ryan, Dee is waiting at a property, so I
Well, I can take
worry about possibly freeing up a seat.
Let's take out, and I'll watch what's going on. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good, Carl. Thanks. Nice meeting you. Okay.
Thanks, Carl.
Okay, so Dina, hopefully she can. It looks like we already tried to get her in here, and it was doing it. There she is.
There she is. Hi, Dee.
Hello.
How you doing? Okay, so can you hear us?
It breaks up a little bit, but we're pretty good.
Okay, and this is what we got to do. So in the future, this is why we're doing this as a test. Is we've got to. Okay, she's got a poor internet signal. So the other thing that we'll probably want to do is identify where the internet signals are good. So you would use something like speed test to make sure that you've got a minimum of one meg per second, or 0.7 megs per second of an upload speed, because otherwise you're going to get what Dina has here, which is the audio only situation. So so we're learning. I mean, this is why. I mean, and I know that in New Zealand and Australia, you guys have a little bit of a challenge with getting, the higher, wireless, wireless cell phone signals, especially on the upload speed. But Dina, are you able to hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Man, is there a Wi-Fi there that you're able to connect to, or no?
No, unfortunately. Sorry.
Okay. Is there another property that's close by that you could go to that maybe would get you a better signal?
I could.
Okay.
Go to the.
Okay.
No,
It's a little
sorry, someone's trying to call me.
Just while you want to put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
This is Dina's first Blab.
Sorry, I'll do it now.
Ryan, I'll just. Yeah.
We're getting.
So Ryan, I just wanted to mention to viewers that where we see this going is having the possibility for tenants, even if they live out of state or out of the area, to have the ability to look at multiple properties that just suit their needs. So today, Dina and I are showing properties that are just between the range of $280 and $300 per week, and just 3-bedroom properties. So that those people can watch, even if they live locally, 3 or 4 viewings, depending on how many Periscope, only one of those 4 suited, then they haven't had to travel to and from all of the others.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. We're getting this echo. I'm gonna jump out.
So looks like we are having some slight connect issues as this is new technology. So we'll see how we go.
Sorry, guys. Can you hear me?
Now, the idea for our tenants, somebody can indicate whether they're one of our prospective tenants.
Okay. Hey, Greg, I would log back out and log back in again because we're getting a lot of reverberation. And so, yeah, if you can log out and log back in, yeah, that'd be great. And then Dina.
Yes.
Okay. So there's still an echo. Does somebody else have Oh man. There's a serious echo. Dina, I would log out and log back in again as well. Greg.
Hi there. So we've learned today that we need to be wearing headsets, Ryan.
Yes, definitely.
Tell us a little bit about why.
So the reason why is I think that there's the potential for there being more reverberation. Your signal right now is great. I mean, so and then the other thing, so we're just learning. I mean, basically, you might have to jump out and jump back in, but I mean, this is all part of just learning the process. And Corey, when you jump back in, make sure you don't have any other windows open that there's no other black windows open. Okay. Audio is
Yeah, I can hear you.
Greg's audio is really loud.
Yeah.
Really loud. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the only thing is we just, I mean, I think we need to test to make sure that we've got a good internet connection, and then also test to make sure that we are just, make sure we have the
absolutely
headset. Yeah.
Should we finish up for now? Should we finish up for now just based on the fact that it's a test? Unfortunately, for the folks that we wanted to show, they might not be able to have a look right now. But as it's a test of concept, we'll try and get this technology right and bring it back to them.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do, Greg. I mean, if we can get some video there, okay, we got video. You're breaking up a lot, but yeah, I mean, just go ahead and show the property, and let's just look at it and let's see what we can see.
Okay, this property has been nicely renovated.
Nice.
It's got fresh decor. The carpet is soft underfoot.
Nice.
The lounge here has both a heat pump unit, but also a open fireplace, so you can put wood in there and keep it nice and cozy. And this is the lounge, which the sun would come absolutely streaming through here, and it would be absolutely beautiful in the mornings. And what's interesting about this house is you've got this little room off the lounge, which could be a crib for a baby or an office. But look at all these windows out here. And unfortunately, the camera doesn't show it quite so well. But over here, you've got some ranges with a wind farm up there. And it's just beautiful. At the end of the road is one of the best takeaway shops in this area. And across the road, playing fields and parks for children. So just coming back around to show the crib again, we're just demonstrating this as a concept. Now, the way that we see this working, Ryan, is that viewers would maybe have 5 or 10 minutes of this home, in which case they can interact and ask questions. And then I would have a colleague commenting if they wanted to as well. And then we'd go to the colleague who would show them through another property that's also very likely to suit. So this one here, big bedroom. So this is more of a test of concept today.
Yep. And actually, Greg, you're coming in pretty clearly right now. I don't know why. When you went in the house, you actually have, we've got a pretty good video there, and I like the fact that you're using your wide angle lens, even though you're in the small box.
Yes,
it looks pretty darn good.
That's right. So for those who are watching, I'm filming this in portrait mode. In other words, with the camera the same way as you'd. Portrait as opposed to landscape, the same way as Ryan's is on his desk there. Yep. But I'm using an Olo clip to get a wider angle. So it's giving sort of almost a traditional 16:9 TV view. Look, yes, but if I turned it the other way, I was worried that it might have some problems for our viewers.
Yes.
So if I was doing this as an actual viewing, I'd be commenting. People would be asking questions because we would give maybe 2 days notice that we're going to show them 4 properties that might suit them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, bearing in mind that we take a database of people that we know are looking in this price range for properties like this, or you can do it for people that are looking in this area. So you're really targeting your marketing, and that's what's great about it. So I don't know if there are any realtors watching, but I'm just interested in your comments around that. Now, Corey's asked a question, are they hot plates or gas? These are electric. So that's a really good example of using this. So people can ask questions and interact.
Awesome. Can you hear us, Greg?
Yes, I can.
Weird take that lens cover off. So it looks like when Dina comes in, that it sounds like for whatever reason it's reverberating when she jumps in. I don't know why, but
yeah,
it's now. I will also point out that we could also have Corey at home office showing other properties on YouTube using a setup like this. Where he could be showing off properties, and you could talk about other properties. Bless you, that you have that are not live, but they would be, you could, if somebody says, I really want a 3-bedroom, and then again, you've got the hot seat right there. You've got somebody that's got in the open hot seat that is coming in from your database of known buyers that are asking questions about the 3 live properties, and potentially one other person that's at home office that can be brought in order to show properties from the home office on an as-needed basis as well that might meet that person's needs. So
absolutely,
right.
Yeah, it's so exciting. It really is exciting, and I don't see many negatives apart from just getting the technology and getting people used to the idea of how to use it. So I'll just flip my Olo clip around just at the moment. Yeah, so I'll just carry on wandering around while we're talking.
I love that, and Corey, let me actually bump you out for 1 second. I want to get you back in, but here's what I want to show. On the recording, we're gonna upload this, and here's the thing. The reason why I wanted to show this is because I want everybody to understand that it goes from, when you go from 3 or 4 people in the squares, like we had with Corey there and Greg and myself, it shows a totally different viewable area on the recording than it does if you go to just 2 boxes. It actually gives you more viewable area if you go to just 2 boxes versus going to 3 to 4, and it even goes to more if you go to just 1 box. So if I were to jump out and let Greg actually show the property, then Greg would actually take up the entire box, and we would just be able to see what's going on, and that would be really, really powerful. So now I can't jump back in and see what's going on because I'm actually the moderator. So what you would want to do, Greg, is start the meeting yourself, and then you would show the property and then invite your other co-hosts, your other brokers in, and they would show their properties, and then you would control who comes into the hot seat. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, and yeah, it's fantastic. That's exactly how it would work. Are there any, Ryan, I'm just interested if any real estate people are watching the lab and what they might think
Well,
about
we've got one here, Jason Bates, and of course we've got Dina in here.
So maybe they could message us as we're going.
Yeah, I mean, if Jason wants to jump in, Jason, it'd be great for you to. He's host of the Podcast Valley, Son of the Real Estate Show. It'd be great to have you jump in if you want to just kind of add any potential comments or questions. Now, you were just going audio only, and then now it's once you overcome the technical issues, I think it will be a great tool. Yes, I agree 100%, Dave Stockley. And Greg, this is phenomenal. It is great because now what I do want to say is every once in a while, though, Greg, you go from video to audio only. Now, again, this points to the fact that we've really got to make sure that you have at least that 1 meg per second upload speed, and you want to test that using the speed test app first, because now you're back in audio only. So I can't see what you're seeing. Okay. So just want to give you the heads up on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is great. It's funny how it kind of goes in and out. Dina said she can see. Maybe can anybody else see what Greg is showing right now? Because I can't. I'm just seeing an audio only box. Oh, okay. Dina's gonna let's see. So Corey cannot. And ironically, so Corey and I are both coming from a laptop or a desktop, and it seems like the people that are actually on their smartphone can see it. So let me get Dina in here and see if. Hey, Dina. Hey, Dina. Okay, so Dina. Greg, let me.
Start in the house.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right. So this is a 3x1 little property close to the city centre of Palmerston North. Nice neutral tones. Large bedrooms. My camera looks a bit funny, but that's cool.
Oh, that's
Sorry, there's no electricity here, so I can't turn on any of the lights. Little shower room, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. We can hear you. Yeah, for whatever.
Hey, Jason.
Hello. How you doing?
Doing well. It's interesting. I mean, you can see that we've got some struggles with the internet connection.
Yeah.
That's what's going on there. But man, really, this is obviously just having fun, but internet struggle. That's the main thing. Greg just commented there. But yeah, I mean, you can see this is kind of a proof of concept that we're trying to prove here. And let me see if Greg can. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's fantastic. And one of the suggestions I was going to make is maybe do the filming prior to, and then I don't know if you use. I'm on an Android or a regular computer, not an Apple deal, but you use
yeah.
And put the property in the main screen, if you will, and then down in the lower corner you can narrate it.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
Because of the internet, the lack of having internet in all properties and all that kind of stuff, quality of the internet, that might be a good alternative.
Yes. So that's a good alternative to actually make sure that you're connected, that you record the property and then you show the property, maybe even just this way, like showing your screen. I mean, this is what they were doing with the, with the Apple. They were just doing, like you had Alex Pettit, showing the big Apple show that was going on Blab. And so, you could do the same thing. You could just show your desktop and have, your phone on a tripod and show off properties, from one of these videos here. And Greg's showing the property. That looks pretty darn good. I mean, not bad. Greg, I'm going to unmute you here really quick. Hold on. Go ahead. So, Greg, you're unmuted now.
That's right. I was just going to say that your idea is brilliant, having somebody, and well done, Jason, having somebody on standby, just like Ryan is, so that you can flick to the pre-recorded video if you do find out the internet's not so good. Unfortunately, you can't find these until you get the property where we live.
Yeah. That's what we're learning. I mean, and that's what I was talking to Skip. You can see Skip is in here. Skip is on my team, and I just thought about this like 20 minutes ago, because I've been really, really busy, for my, prepping for the live stream blueprint meeting that we're having tomorrow night for the course. But basically, yeah, I mean, Skip was actually going to find out what other properties that you had and use either ManyCam or CamTwist in order to show some of those other properties from his laptop or desktop. And in addition to you showing your property there live, because there's a lot of value in seeing the videos live like that. I think it's to be able to be there and to be able to ask somebody to turn the stove on or go back to a certain room. I mean, the live aspect is really, really valuable. Going into,
you can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to say too, I was making a suggestion to some of my.
And I think actually the audio was going to be better when he used his earbuds. I think the audio will probably be a lot better. But I mean, that's a pretty darn good image right there. People can see the property very clearly. I think you could easily, give people an immersive effect as long as you have, some of the gadgets, the fisheye lenses and stuff like that I've been talking about a lot, at periscoperyan.com. I mean, if you've got a little setup like this, the little tripod, and you've got, there you go. I mean, you don't even need the tripod. I mean, you just need the phone with the microphone, which Greg has, and you're set. I mean, I can see that whole room right there,
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, even though this is in portrait, like Ryan says, pretty much shows the whole room.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, so let me. So what do you think, Jason? You do podcasts on this stuff. You're gonna start using Blab?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to use Blab.
Oh wait, sorry, you're muted. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to use Blab. I think it's fantastic. I think it offers the engagement. One of the other things that I'm going to suggest to some of my remote partners is while you're doing an open house, so you can show the spot of the home, people walking through.
Yeah, you can show the buzz. You can show the what ends up happening is you start creating competition, and that's always good when selling something, right? You want to create competition, and that's what we're teaching in the live stream blueprint. Is how do you leverage these tools to create almost like an auction type feel in a property where you get somebody in the hot seat, and whether it's a rental property or a for sale real estate property, I mean, you want to create that buzz. You want to create that. And what I would do is I would actually have a live walkthrough. Okay, here's what you do. You do a live open house. You get a lot of buyers in the room, and you get them to show you that you're doing this, and they see it live, and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" Oh, well, I'm showing the property off. What? You know any buyers that want to sell? How we do it? Yeah. I've got 45 people on the phone right now. Yeah, there's only 15 people here, but I got 45 people on my phone that you want to say hi. Here, say hi. Are you interested in this property, by the way? Oh yeah. So it's 125,000. Oh, we got somebody that wants to pay like 150. What do you think?
Oh, sure.
Man, you're in the wrong job.
I'm just saying, like, you can have fun with this, and you can have people live there that are buyers. You have an open house, and you do this live streaming, and you get, because you want to get listings. And I I would have my FSBO sellers come over and watch how I do a walkthrough tour in my properties and have them like see live on their phone and see me actually there, like doing it in the house, and be like, oh yeah, this is how we do it. You want us to do this for you? You don't want to sell that. You want to do all this? We know how to do all this. We got the whole system, done. We have all our, we've got multiple people at multiple properties. We create the competition, the whole 9 yards. You don't want to sell your property on your own. We're professionals. We know how to do it. Don't hurt yourself with this whole live streaming stuff. We got it handled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jason, what's really exciting about this? Sorry, guys, I keep flipping my follow clip around all the time. There we go. Jason, what's really exciting about this is that you can target people from out of town or out of state. So investors might want to know some of the fundamentals. They might say, Greg, is the hot water electric or gas? In which case I can flip my phone while I'm at the property and open up the cupboard, and it's hot water. So you can answer questions live, which is, I believe, is very, very, very powerful. And
totally
and that's that interact you don't get on the walkthrough video. There's a place for both. We do advertising videos as well.
Absolutely.
There's a place for both, and there's a place for the recorded video to be uploaded to YouTube, so that you can send these videos out and you can show people, oh, you want to see one of those live streams that we just did? Here, I'll send you a link to the last one that we did, where we had a walkthrough tour, a sale of a property, and we had people there. We had an open house, and we live streamed it. And you can, they'd be blown away to see all the people jumping in and asking questions in the comments. And that's your sales system. You're going to get new people, basically wanting to sell their FSBOs for you by you just sending a copy of your last blab that you did about when you were trying to sell a property, where you were showing off 3 properties, and you could say, hey, one of these 3 properties could be yours, and
Yeah.
Right. I want to interject here just a little bit, because this is not only good for the buyers, but I also feel it's good for the seller, because now you can give real quality feedback to the seller for the people who have walked in the house or who attended the open house. You can ask them questions with the YouTube and everything else, give the seller some good feedback if you've got a seller who's just unrealistic about price or whatever about the property.
Yes. Absolutely. And you can very easily bring them down to a realistic expectation for the price that they're going to want to sell the property at. And you can say, look, hey, don't trust me. Just look at all the comments. Right. Look at the comments. Look at the people that actually jumped in at minute 5. Listen to the comment they made. That's what I would do. Listen to the comment from Tal that jumped in at minute 5. You can see it. It's not me. Yeah.
Can I say something on that?
No. Oh, sure. Go, Corey. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was
sorry, Corey. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
You're muted. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is, like what you just said, Jason, I was out at a property and I was walking through showing it. I had about 30, 40 people online live watching it. It was a Periscope. And as I went through the property, one of the comments came back, oh, wow, the carpets are really dirty. And I couldn't help but address it, like they had seen it and they made a comment. And, that's what happens when people come through live viewings, when they walk through the property with you. They're saying, well, they're seeing that stuff, but they're not necessarily always commenting. They're probably, they're walking through and they're going, oh, yeah. In their mind, they're going, oh, the carpet's dirty. Oh, it's got a pretty old kitchen. And then they may not be forthcoming with the information, but on the Periscope, they're interacting and they're writing the comments down there. So you can, like you said, you can go back to the owner and say, hey, you know what? $340 per week, maybe a bit steep at the moment, because this is what people are saying. If you want to have a look, I apologize that it's this way, but hey, the carpets are 8 years old. You've had lots of tenants through there consistently. Maybe it's time for an upgrade. So it's powerful.
Not be the bad guy, right?
That's right.
In real estate, we don't want to bear bad all the time. Although it needs to be said, we've got other people now saying it for us, which is a good thing.
Yep, that's awesome. And Dina, I'd like to jump in. Oh, sorry, Greg, go ahead.
I was going to say, shall I hop off to let Dina in, or are you happy at the moment?
I'll jump out, Greg.
Okay, let's get Dina in here and let's see if she can jump in and try it one more time. Because I just want to prove this concept that we can get 2 or I would love to see 3 at the same time, and this is where we get to do this. I want to try this in the U.S. and see if there's any difference in the speed or the connection speed, because I know that they're coming in from New Zealand where they I don't know what the difference is in the cell towers, but there might be some difference. I mean, all we can do is test it, Yeah.
Because what's really exciting for us working with rental properties is that, as I was saying earlier, we can be very specific who we target from our database with the link, and we can show them 3 properties and maybe have somebody back at the office helping out if necessary, but show them 3 properties that they can choose from, and it's a win-win. The owners love it, we love it, the tenants love it, and it's saving everybody so much time.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, this is really cool. So, I think it's now, Dina, if you can jump in one more time, I'd like to try it. If you can jump in or just try to jump in one more time. We just got Jackie Windish just joined us here. It's fantastic. I'm trying to get my bro doing it. Awesome. That's what expert.com. I forget what your first name was. Nick. Okay. We do have fast mobile 4G LTE internet here in Palmy, but coverage can be patchy. Okay. I'm sure you do have LTE. That's the question is what the coverage is. I mean, you can have fast speeds if you don't have the coverage radius where you can actually get those speeds, and it doesn't really do a lot of good. That's why we realized, and we're learning today, that you've got to do the 4G. You've got to do the speed test, and you really have to, as a realtor, you really have to have a setup like this. You want to have an Olo clip. I actually use the Olo clip case, so I can actually protect my phone while I can also use the Olo clip, and I use a microphone as well. So let's see. Wow, this is very cool. Thanks. Awesome. So Corey, let me jump you back in here. It looks like Dina. I don't know if Dina's going to be able to jump in or not. But Corey, do you have anything that you could show from your end, like as if you were showing a property? Do you have? I've got the other computer here being used. Do you have like another like? Do you have any of Greg's properties you can show off?
What do you mean, like on YouTube?
Well, yeah, like as if if you could. Do you have your stand there and everything where you could like show?
I could log in, get my phone happening. What I was going to say though, if it's all right, as you guys are talking. Okay, I'll have a look. But I was thinking, for the speed problem, this would work perfectly for sales guys. Like if you're actually selling a property. Well, given that the seller was living in the home, because most homes have Wi-Fi. So if you did a bit of prep work, got there early, linked onto their Wi-Fi connection, you'll have no problems. You'll be, for us down here in Australia and New Zealand where the speeds aren't that great, at least you'd have a stable connection. So
yes, good point. That's really with
that. Yeah, rental properties, you'd have an issue with that because we generally don't. I won't periscope a rental property that's tenanted because of privacy issues and showing tenants stuff. They're not normally that comfortable with it, but a seller, they'd be fine with it having their furniture and stuff because they're selling the property generally.
Yeah. And they'd let you on their Wi-Fi. I mean, so we got a few more people that just joined. So just to reset, I want you guys, so you can see Jason. Okay, Jason is actually using his box to show another property off. So you see how he's using Manicam in order to show a walkthrough tour of a property. Yeah, I don't know about the music. Nice. It's a little. That's getting me in the groove there, Jason.
Yeah, I know. That's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that one of your videos? Did you put that together?
Yeah, I put that together just on a YouTube thing. So I'm just trying to.
Yeah, we can't hear you too well, Jason.
Okay, are you now?
Now we can.
All right, good. Sorry about that. We're trying to show the Manicam and trying to put that up while the other gentlemen were putting the live stream so that you would have those 3 boxes going.
Yeah, and I've got Manicam, so I can do that. Or I've got Cam Twist, so I can get Manicam and start using Manicam as well. And yeah, thanks for the follow. I saw that you followed John and a couple of other people. So just to give you a little bit of a reset. So we're just proving a concept here. This concept of being able to be a realtor and show multiple properties, and at the same time, bring people in to what we call the hot seat, which would be the 4th seat. So I would be using this frame right here to show a property. The other frame over here would be another broker, and then the third frame would be another broker showing another property or realtor, and then we would have somebody in the hot seat that we would get in based on, we would have them come in and take the hot seat and they would join the blab. They would join the blab because they would get an email for the blab, the pre-scheduled blab that's going to be coming up. The email would come from the broker. So this is a three property showing, that live showing 3 properties. I mean, when they get that, they'll be curious enough just to want to attend because they've never heard of, being able to attend a showing on their smartphone live like that. And then we would have potentially one other person that would be ready to jump in and take one of those those 3 live seats and show other properties from an actual desktop using Manicam, like Jason just showed there. So again, we're just showing the proof of concept that this can be done. And Greg Watson is showing that property with his wide angle lens, and you can see people can see this. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Do you see any issues with commercial industrial properties, benefits? And no, I see the same. You can do the same thing with commercial or industrial. Absolutely. There's no reason. Look at that. I mean, you can see the whole room from the corner. I mean, you can see the yard there. You can see, I mean, just amazing stuff. Look at that. I mean, you can see the whole room.
Ryan,
and when this is uploaded, when you get the MP4, again, when you're the only one in the room, and Greg's just showing the closet right there. When you're the only one here on the recording, you're going to take up almost like a full screen. You're going to take up 3/4 of a YouTube 16:9. And if you're 2, you're going to take up, a decent amount of it. And if you're 3 or 4, that's when it becomes a little bit smaller. But really, really cool stuff. Greg and Corey, we got to do this next week again, and where we actually have a property that you guys are trying to sell. And what I want to do is, obviously we got to go out there and we got to have our earbuds. I would love to have you guys on Wi-Fi, okay? And let's have at least, like Corey, I'd love for you to have 2 people. So it'd be you and at least another person, hopefully 2 other people. So at least one other person live, preferably 2 other people live in addition to you. And then we could also have somebody from home office that can potentially show properties, and they can do it, low tech. They could just show their screen. They don't have to have a Manicam. They could just show their laptop or their desktop right from their phone, which would probably even be a little bit better. I think it would probably be better because the Manicam sometimes it's very technical. I don't think that's necessary. You've got that big screen TV in there. I think you should definitely leverage that and just make sure that you've got some sort of a tripod so that you can keep that phone stable. So it's really, really stable. Get it close to the monitor, and you're golden. Does that make sense?
Sounds
what do you think,
great.
Corey?
I think the issue for Corey, and hopefully I'm on microphone now. The issue for Corey is about time difference between the States and Western Australia. It might be easier for me to try and organise something rather than Corey.
Okay. Ooh, look at this. We got Dave Stockley going through. Okay, so Greg, Dave, so we got to do it later, Greg, for Corey. Okay, so we'll do that. We can actually do it at. Why don't we do it at say 4 o'clock, Corey? So that'd be 6:30 your time. So we'll do it 2 hours later, Corey, for you. Is that okay, Greg? Can we do it 2 hours later?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that. So we'll have the regularly scheduled meeting next week for 2 hours later. Dave Stockley showing off. Look at Dave Stockley showing off one of your properties.
Yeah, Dave's our national award-winning property manager. Beg your pardon, administrator.
Whoa, Dave.
So he's in the house. There's me with bad hair. Here's me with good hair. Hold on.
Wait a second. Dave, so Dave is at your home office, correct?
In a different town, but yes, he's at one of our home offices.
Okay, so this is it. You've got it. Dave's doing it. Dave, okay, what are you doing? Are you using Manicam or what are you using? Cam twist.
Yeah, perfect. It scrunches the screen just a little bit, right? On this, you lose a little bit of the side stuff, but for the interior photos and stuff, I think it looks great.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, Dave, why don't you forward to where it goes to? Remember, we at halfway through. There you go. There's full screen. Look at that.
There it is.
There you go.
Beautiful.
So, Ryan, can I jump in just for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
How we see this happening or working with rental properties is that we would have, say, my viewing first for 10 minutes, and then we would go across to Dave, who's showing his viewing, and I might make some comments.
Yes.
Some expert comments or pointing out something if he misses something. And then once Dave's finished, it might go across to Jason, who's at another house. But all of the houses would suit the people, their specific needs who are watching. So we don't all show the properties simultaneously because nobody has the ability to watch 4 videos simultaneously. But they can watch the video of the house and listen to the others. So that's how we see for rental properties, how we see it working. And the house that Dave's showing is 25 minutes drive from where I am now. So, but if a tenant is watching this in their home on their couch, they don't have to travel there unless they decide that they're so keen on Dave's property, they like it so much, they want to make a private viewing.
Gotcha. Okay, so
that's fantastic.
Okay, so that's how you're gonna do it. So you're gonna go live from yours. You're gonna have Dave show his recorded version of other properties, and then you're gonna basically control it there. So is that
well, Dave could be showing it live, but we wouldn't show. So let's pretend the viewing Dave's doing is live at the moment, that he's live at a house. I wouldn't be showing my house the same time as he's showing his.
Of course.
But I would probably still be in the lab just so I can say things like, Dave, what I really like about this area here is that you can sit at the dining table and talk to the people in the kitchen, for example.
Yeah. So you're the moderator, you're the one in my seat, and you're the one who, you've got yourself here where I'm at. You've got somebody else where you're at, and then you've got somebody else where Jason's at, and then how would you bring in Dave? Would you just bring in Dave like on an as needed basis, or would you have 3 live showings, or would you have just 2 live showings?
Well, 2 or 3 doesn't matter, but what you could do is you could say to Dave, I'm going live at 8:30, you're welcome to join me, but we'll probably start showing your house about 8:40. And Jason, you could probably start showing your house about 8:50, but because you're in the lab, you'll know. I'll just say, right, Dave, I'll now hand over to you. I change back to the view I'm on now, and Dave shows his property. Wow. Or I could head back to the office.
Well, so Corey said, so you tie it all together, Greg. Anything that Dave might now know, anything that Dave might not sell on the property, you can nail it. So you being the expert, being the owner of the property, you're the MC. You're the one who's directing the show, and you're the one who is saying what you want to say correctly about that property, and you're directing what's happening. And you're also, I think, bringing people into that hot seat that are buyers as well to get their reaction and what they think. Is you want to at least have one person in the hot seat, I think.
Jason, you'd agree with that? Wouldn't you, having one spare seat available?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. I think you want to have one person in the hot seat that's a buyer, You want to have one hot seat available always for buyers. And this is the opportunity, is that people see, and you tell people that, hey, show up for next week. And Greg, we just got to send it out to your list today. Tell your list. I'm gonna send you the blab when I'm done. We're gonna change the time. We're gonna make it 2 hours later, and let's set this up. Let's do it right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a week in advance to promote it. Let's get it out to all your buyers. Let's promote it to your entire list. Let's get that hot seat filled, and let's get great. Dave did a great job. Let's have a couple of properties ready for him to show, and let's have somebody else with you that's doing live showings. And then you have the third seat for Greg or for Dave, and showing things from home office, and make sure that you and the other person that's doing the live streaming have a Wi-Fi connection with your headphones or with your earbuds, and we'll be golden.
That's great. So just for us non-technical people, Ryan, the headphones you're using are the ones that came with your phone, so they also have a microphone. Is that correct?
Exactly. And it also, I think, the reason. Something with Blab is that just like with the reason why I use it on my desktop is because it keeps from reverberation happening. It keeps reverberation will happen a lot of times if you do not use the earbuds both for your phone and for your desktop. So you want to get these. You want to make sure who's ever doing this has the earbuds so that they can both hear you and respond, and so that they can also talk and tell you. It's different than Periscope, where we use our one-way microphones. We can't just, it's not just a one-way communication. That's what makes this platform so much more powerful, is because it's a four-way, it's a full communication. It's not just you talking to other people. So
and that's something about it. So next time around, I'll have a headset, because otherwise the sound of you coming out of my speaker on my phone is coming back through my microphone on my phone, and that's really the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. This is okay. I want to assist in the first Blab sale, right? Like he brought up a good point. Here's what you can do. You can co-broke. You can bring your other brokers in and show properties. Think about it. Like, you can invite your other brokers that don't know this technology, and you can say, look, let me sell some of your properties. We can co-broke on some deals. Give me access to your listings, and we'll show them off. And that comment that he just made right there is a huge like concept. You can now promote this to all the other property sales guys that don't know this stuff and that don't want to figure it out. And you can just say, hey, let's do a co-broke. I'm doing a live stream. Once you start building up your list, and you tell them that we get 10, 15, 20 people in the hot seat every single time. And also, by the way, I would have some people at those properties so that you can seriously have 5 or 10 people at the properties live if you can. And I know it's during the week, but if you can schedule a live showing and have maybe somebody else from your office be there to handle those people and to show off the fact that you're. So we want to just want to create as much activity as we possibly can at the property, and.
Ryan, if I'm not too busy on Sunday, I might go to some open homes. We call them open homes. You might call them open for inspection or similar. Yeah. Excuse me. I'll go to some open homes if I get the chance. I'll pre-arrange it with the salespeople. I'll put it on Blab, and I'll just walk around.
That's huge.
And have a look around. We'll get permission to do so. We'll try and get the Wi-Fi. In New Zealand at the moment, it's Thursday. If I can arrange it for this Sunday, great. If I can't, I'll definitely will next Sunday. Would people like to see that? Let us know in the comments. Yeah. That could be something quite.
Heck, you go in there and you start doing this. I got this idea from Rocky in Vegas. Okay, she is not even she's a realtor, but she was actually showing a property just on a whim, like a late night, and the broker said, "I want to co-broke on a deal with you. Will you do the same thing for my property?" And so you now become, the guy that knows this technology, and you get the co-brokes,
Fantastic. So if any of the viewers want to follow me, it's at G_Watson. and that would just give them the ability to be notified about that particular one. Yourself as well, Jason, of course. If you want to follow at G_Watson, then I'll try and get some.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And let's do this. Now the other really cool thing, we're going to use this as a model. So we got to really get all hands on deck for this, Greg, because I want to use this as a model. Let's get the Wi-Fi right. Let's get the earbuds. Let's get the earbuds ready. Let's get the connection speed high. Let's get people in those houses. Like buyers in the houses, because we want to use this as a demo. And when we record this thing, we upload it to YouTube. You can use this as an example that you can send out to all the other brokers and say, look, do you want us to do this for you? Where we bring in, we bring in people to the hot seat. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and Ryan, what's fantastic about this, imagine if I'm a realtor looking to sign up or list a property for sale. We can show people these videos saying, have you ever wondered if only some people can come to the open for inspection, the open home, and others are missing out? Now you don't need to worry, because we've got people in Auckland, Wellington, Atlanta, Georgia, London, watching, who are moving to this area that can also attend your. No one else is doing that.
No one else. Absolutely.
That's just awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really so. We just need to get, just like we had a cornerstone example for you and Corey using Periscope. Okay, we needed those cornerstone examples like Dave was just showing. That was your walkthrough that you did using, you've done probably 10 to 15, Greg, Corey's done 15 to 20 over the past, month or two. We need some cornerstone examples using Blab and this platform, so that we can effectively send this out to your people. So Corey, I want you to be ready as well. We'll get Greg to let's say Greg will do the first half hour. And I'm going to be in the background. We got to figure out. I mean, what do you think about you taking the first half hour, Greg, and then Corey taking the second half hour? Or what do you think? How do you want to do it?
Now, half an hour is probably a bit long. Okay. But depending if we're doing rental properties, Corey, probably more like 15 minutes, I would say, at a guess. 15, 20 minutes for people to tune in. Do you have any thoughts? If it was a home for sale, maybe longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I guess it depends on how many people you can get there. Hey, if you've got a few people there, but yeah, for sale, I think definitely you get a longer sort of capture time.
Yeah, and so here's the problem. If I'm starting it, then I'm the one. I can't invite other people, so we might want to just. I might just want to let you, Greg, so we got to figure this out. Do you want me to start it, or do you want to start it yourself?
We'll figure it out.
How do you guys want to do this? Because it might be better for Greg to start one, and then me to jump in, and then and be somebody that can comment, and then Corey, then you set up a Blab as well that I can jump in and watch, and let's. What we can do is we can do like a pre-show. Let's do like a 10-minute warm-up pre-show, maybe 10 minutes before Greg goes on. And then Greg, you schedule yours 15 minutes after the pre-show. And then Corey, you schedule yours 30 minutes after or 40 minutes after the pre-show, so that you can do yours. So let's stagger them that way. That way we can have a little powwow in the beginning. Okay, you leaving, Jason?
Yeah, I'm going to leave.
Okay, thanks. It's great meeting you.
Thanks, Jason.
So that way we can have a little powwow, and then Greg does his, and then Corey, you do yours, and you both lead them separately with your teams. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense? What do you think?
Sounds good.
Well, yeah, I don't mind. I mean, we could do it the way we've got it now, because I know you've got quite a few people on here. And what, because Greg, you're saying 15 minutes might be a bit too long. If you have two people, half an hour might be a bit too long. If you have yourself and Dina and you spend about 15 minutes at each property, which I think is pretty doable, providing that if the internet quality is good, you could get a good run through it. But I suppose if we can eliminate that, it'll be less time needed, I suppose.
Yeah. So let's. I'm going to set mine up. then you guys set yours up at some point after that, if you want. If not, I'll just do yours, Greg. I'll do yours, Corey, with you, and then Greg can do his. Greg, do you want to do yours by yourself, or do you want me to be in on it as well?
I'll have to have a little bit of a think about it. So I'm really happy for you to be to be in on it, Ryan, because that way that I can send it to my people and you can send it to your people. You see, so it's like dual purpose. But what could be cool is whether we give you the access to some of our. Just having you there, watching comments, commenting, maybe showing video if necessary, that sort of thing. We'll have to have a bit of a think about it. Because in the future, that spot of yours would probably be replaced by an administrator.
Well, I'm counting on Dave, your administrator, being there because he knows Manicam really well. I love the way we need to make sure that he is there and ready to show the other properties that you guys have. So let's count on Dave being there.
Yeah, Dave's the team.
Yeah,
we'll get him set
Dave.
up.
Dave,
enjoy that
because he did a great job. So we got to make sure he's ready to show other properties for sure. Okay, and then and Corey, if you have anybody at your office that can do something like that as well, it'd be great to have somebody ready to show your property. So I'm just going to set mine up for next week, and then you guys, we can go one at a time. We can do Greg's first, and then we can and Greg at least have one other live person, and then have Dave ready. To show other properties, and then we can have, and then send it out to your list. Like send out the link to your list, whether it's your link that if you create a separate one, I'll leave it up to you guys, or you send them to mine. Let's get them. Let's get that link out a week ahead of time and tell them that they're going to be able to see properties, at such and such a time. So, Greg, you'll go first, and then if you're going after that, Corey, then make it so that it's like, let's say a half an hour after Greg goes, and that way when we see people coming in, we could have them see your property. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So let's do that. I think it's great. I mean, I think this is,
sounds great.
We just got to make sure again that we get the good solid Wi-Fi at these properties, and that we have the earbuds in, and I think we'll be set, man. I think this is good. I think it's really cool. Say hi to your boy there, Corey.
Say hi, son.
Oh, what a cutie. Future
right?
Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, this was a blast. I mean, I think we really opened up, and Greg, I'm really looking forward to seeing if you run with that concept of doing basically a blab at somebody else's like open house or something, or somebody else's listing. I think that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, so for those watching either now or later, that'll either be this coming Sunday or the following Sunday. But if they just follow it, G_Watson, then you'll get a notification.
Awesome. Yeah. And so just as a recap, really quick. So I'm excited. Sorry, Greg. Sorry.
I was just saying I'm super excited about that, going to a real estate sales open home. Imagine me walking around talking as if I'm on TV. Broadcast while other buyers are in the room. And people say, "What are you doing?" We can interact, and what is really important for any realtors watching is, I think something like I can't remember the percentage, but a lot of people who buy homes are also sell homes.
Yes.
So if they see you doing this on site, surely that's got to lead to more listings, you would think.
Absolutely, no doubt. It'll definitely lead to more listings because you're doing something different that's cutting edge, and you're putting your property in front of more people. So, just to wrap up, my name is Ryan. I basically help businesses and brands get more customers, and realtors also as well, sell more properties using livestream. And I'm actually coming to you from my digital marketing agency here in San Diego. I've got a live stream blueprint where I teach business owners how to do this kind of stuff. And Greg and Corey have been my clients for years. They're two of my clients. One, Greg is in New Zealand, Corey's in Australia, and we're just pushing the envelope in terms of being able to sell properties online and with live stream. And we're going to have another blab next week. It's already scheduled. We're going to make it 2 hours later, so Corey can actually, get up at a reasonable time. and not at 4 o'clock in the morning next time. But so what's really cool is Greg is gonna and Corey are both gonna have at least 1 or 2 people live streaming using Wi-Fi and earbuds with a wide-angle lens to show off 2 properties, and have 1 admin at the office actually showing additional properties. So there's an example of Greg, using the wide-angle lens, and that's what's gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work. It's gonna be really, really cool, and we're gonna make it. We've gotten better and better every week that we've done this. So this proof of concept is gonna be awesome, and then you guys are both gonna be able to use these videos in your repertoire. Like, we're gonna upload it to YouTube, and you're gonna be able to show off from your smartphone and show people the replay and say, hey, how would you like us to do this for you? And, in order to sell your property, you'll be able to get more listings that way. And I think it'll be really, really cool. So look forward to seeing you guys next week. Same, an hour, 2 hours later. And we look forward to you guys joining us next week for that. And we'll see you guys then. Anything else you guys want to add, Corey and Greg?
I just wanted to say, great here, by the way, Greg.
Remember to follow us. If you're watching on YouTube, if there is an information panel up the top corner, just click on that as well. There may not be. We'll see you next time.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Later, guys.
Later, guys. Excuse me. Naked. I say naked, baby, because that's naughty. Okay. Snails. Snails, go away. Snails. Baby, what's movie? Stop. Catch. Put jump on, you cold? Are you cold? No. Yeah. I'm gonna get tissue, wipe your nose. Come on, please. Tissue, wipe your nose.